Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is CRISTINNAXB, and if you're new here, welcome as well. Thank you for watching. I know it's definitely been a while since I've filmed or posted a video. I think last time I posted one was in July. I don't even know what to say. Basically, I was working on my other businesses, I was working on other projects. I just didn't think about YouTube, but it doesn't really matter. I'm here now, I'm feeling creative, I have so many ideas, and the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today was how I cleared my cystic acne for good. So the other day I posted on my Instagram story, I posted some pictures of my skin back in 2017 when I broke out in cystic acne. And then I also posted some pictures of just a couple nights ago and how my skin was looking. So my acne has cleared up. I don't really have scarring anymore. I just have like a really small spot on my cheek here. And yeah, pretty much my skin has been back to its regular self, which I'm super happy about. So I asked you guys if you'd like to see a video on what I did, what I've been using, my skincare, all that kind of stuff, and I got actually a lot of replies on it, so that's what I'm going to film today. I mentioned on my Instagram story that I didn't use any sort of medicine or prescriptions or Accutane or Proactive or like anything that's on the market for acne. It was completely natural that I did this. So that's what I want to share with you guys today. How I cleared my cystic acne for good naturally. Let's start off with what even is cystic acne. You guys are probably like, what does that mean? So although it's pretty common, cystic acne is the worst form of acne you can get. It's very deep under the skin. It's basically cysts, not pimples. You can't pop them. I made that mistake and that's how I got a bunch of scarring. So they itch, they hurt, they're very irritating, they come in like clusters. It's just a very, very, very painful experience. If you guys have had cystic acne, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and if you haven't had it, I pray that you don't, because it takes a toll on your confidence, on everything. What causes it? So there's actually 3 different types of cystic acne. There's hormonal, there's digestive, and then there's also on the surface. So basically, on the surface, you get this from either poor hygiene, skincare, environmental factors. So for example, say you're working at McDonald's and you're working on fries and you're just covered in grease all the time, that's probably going to cause you to break out. Now there's hormonal acne. So this is caused by hormones, hormone imbalances, changes in our bodies, all that kind of stuff. This is, I believe, the most common one because everybody goes through these changes. So it's most common going through like puberty and adolescence and then into early adulthood. So obviously that's when our bodies are going through the most changes. There's also digestive acne. So this is from the inside out. You guys have probably heard the term before. It's all in your gut, which is true. Pretty much like a lot of good stuff is produced in your stomach. With that being said, if you're eating a poor diet, so a lot of junk food, really fatty foods, you know, a lot of dairy, this is huge, I'll touch on this, a lot of sugar, caffeine, if you're drinking a lot, and yeah, pretty much just having like a very poor diet, because you're putting all these things into your body, and essentially the skin is the biggest eliminating organ. So when you're putting all this toxicity and waste into your body isn't able to release it at a fast enough rate. So essentially what ends up happening is it ends up sitting in your stomach, causing gut rot, or in your intestines and all of this. Now your body's still going to try to release all of those toxins and that waste somehow, so that's going to be through your skin. Now that's when you're going to start to break out on your chest, on your back, on your shoulders, your face, your neck, pretty much all up here, because this is where we're like most prone for acne. So that's your body's way of releasing all those toxins. Now, where do you get it? Your chin, your cheeks, your jawline, and then your forehead. I had it all over, and the different meanings of it is on your jawline and your cheeks is for hormonal acne usually. Right here along your forehead and in this area is your digestive tract, your stomach, that kind of stuff. And then I believe if you get it all over, that's kind of a combination of the two. So I believe I had a combination of everything. So let me give you guys a little bit of a backstory of where I was in 2017. So I was 21 years old. I had just moved to downtown Vancouver from a small town. I was a bottle server. I was pretty much working at the club full time. Now, I was also drinking, I wasn't eating a proper diet, I wasn't sleeping properly, I was pretty much not taking care of myself at all. Now, on top of that, I was wearing very heavy makeup to work every single night. I was sweating a lot, opening up all my pores. I was drinking every night, and then I would come home, and some nights I would do my skincare, and then other nights I just wouldn't care. I would fall asleep either with my makeup on, or I would just take it off with a makeup wipe, and I'd wake up and my skin would still feel super greasy and there'd be new breakouts. On top of that, like, there was also just a lot of stress going on in my life. It was like my first time living downtown Vancouver, so I was like, oh man, I'm like really out here, I gotta make this work. Family stuff going on as well, and then just a lot of changes going on. You guys, if you're 21 right now, or if you've been 21, you know what I'm talking about. It's a fucked up age. That's all I gotta say. I remember I started breaking out back in like after May. It was like May when it kind of started happening, and then June we moved downtown, and that's kind of when I just really let myself go, and I was like all in the downtown club lifestyle. I was like, I'm just gonna live my life and go out every single day, and you know what I mean? Like, if you've ever lived downtown, you know. Fast forward to today, almost 2 years later, I'm no longer working in the club. I no longer live downtown Vancouver. I don't even work for another person. I have my own businesses now. I absolutely love what I do. I work from my phone. I work from home. I create my own schedule. I have a routine now. I cannot express how important that is, especially if you're an entrepreneur and work from home. I've completely changed my diet. Last March, it was like the first couple of days of March, I just remembered I stopped eating meat. I didn't plan on it. I didn't think about it. I just completely stopped. So I've been pescatarian for a year now. And I also have been partly vegan, so I do what I can. But basically, I haven't drank milk in years, but last year I started cutting out like cheese and yogurt and all other dairy things as well. I didn't eat eggs for a really long time, and I started switching for vegan alternatives instead. On top of that, I don't drink at all anymore. I'll have like a glass of wine every so often, but literally my boyfriend will buy me a bottle of wine and I'll have that last me a month or 2 months. Like, I don't really like to drink. On top of that, I've learned how to properly manage my stress now through meditation, journaling, walking, exercising, all that kind of stuff. Pretty much just really taking care of myself, like learning how to have a proper diet and proper routine. I pretty much made a giant lifestyle change. I wasn't living in a healthy environment, so with being in an unhealthy environment, that means my mind's not healthy, that means my body's not healthy, that means overall it's a bad situation. Right now, I'm in a completely different spot. My environment is healthy, my mind is healthy, my body is healthy, therefore my skin is healthy. Now, you guys are probably looking for specifics, that's why you're here watching this video. I really didn't have like a lot of specific things that I did. I honestly believe that it was mainly my lifestyle change that the reason my skin cleared up, but I will tell you a couple things that I did. So the first one being is Lysine. I started incorporating the supplement into my daily diet. So I'm not going to get into what it is and how it works and all that, because if you guys are interested, go onto YouTube and search Lysine for hormonal acne and you'll find tons of videos explaining like the science of it and how it works and all of that. You can get this at a drugstore or supplement store. I'm pretty sure you can get it anywhere. The other thing I was going to mention, so I was talking about earlier, digestive cystic acne. So for this, you're going to have to start incorporating more fiber into your diet on top of eating healthy and not eating as much junk food. Basically, when you're putting all this excess toxicity and waste and all this stuff into your body and it can't eliminate it fast enough, it sits there inside your body. This might be TMI, I don't really care, but essentially it's sitting inside your intestines, inside your guts, causing gut rot, all of that. So when you start incorporating more fiber into your diet, you're going to start going to the bathroom more, but that's a good thing because that's going to be your body starting to eliminate all this waste and toxicity. In turn, it's going to help with your body like releasing so much toxicity out through your skin. So fiber is extremely important. That's pretty much it. I stopped eating dairy, I stopped eating meat, and yeah, I started taking Lysine and I started taking more fiber. That's pretty much it. Now I'm going to move on to the skincare portion. I'll post a picture and show you guys exactly what I was using for my skincare. So it's this right here. It's a company called Arbonne. They're based out of Switzerland. I got introduced to this company like 3 years ago now, I think, and I've been using only their skincare. So basically when I started breaking out, I stopped using the skincare that I was using because I thought I needed to buy all of these things on the market that were specifically made for acne. I don't even know, Avene and like Vichy, and I can't even remember the names. I would go through a new system probably every like 4 to 6 weeks because I was desperate to change my skin. But nothing was working, and finally I said, fuck it, let me try out this natural thing. I honestly didn't believe that a natural system would help me. I got this acne system around the same exact time when I quit my job and I was moving. So I used it for about 5 or 6 months until my skin completely cleared up, and now I'm back to my like regular. I'm also going to say, don't do what I did. Don't try a bunch of different skincare systems and things out of desperation to make it work, because you're not allowing your skin enough time to actually get used to these products, and every time you switch it up, you're going to cause sensitivity and you're going to probably make it worse. So try something. If it doesn't work, give it 6 to 8 weeks at least, and then try something new. Do not do something every like 2 to 4 weeks. And I really recommend looking into this natural system that I used. Don't have to. I really liked it because it was infused with witch hazel, first of all, which is amazing for acne scarring and just acne in general. And then on top of that, it's natural and it's vegan. I'm all about that. Pretty much all the products that I use now are natural. I'm not makeup yet, but getting there. So this is huge. Changing your pillowcases. Think about all the bacteria that sits on your pillowcase day to day to day, from your hair, from your body, from your skin. Think about how many times you sleep on that pillow, especially if you share the bed with like an animal or another person. It doesn't matter if you're going to bed like clean every night, bacteria is still going to build up on your pillowcases. What I did was, and I still do this, I change my pillowcases every 2 to 3 days. I would say have like a couple of them and just make sure to continuously change them and keep them clean, especially if you sleep on the sides. I would notice if I hadn't like changed my pillowcase and stuff for a while and I'd sleep on my side, I would break out more on that side. Also silk pillowcases. If you can get a silk one, that's gonna be way better for you than like cotton. I don't know why, I don't know what the science is behind that, but it is. For makeup, I highly suggest, if you can, not wearing makeup or wearing a light BB cream. I know this could be hard, especially if you have like a job or something where you need to look presentable all the time, but if you can, even switch to like a lighter foundation, because contrary to popular belief, using a full coverage foundation is actually going to be worse for your acne than using like medium or sheer one. When you're using like a full coverage one, it actually starts to look cakey and it emphasizes everything even more. This was what I've seen out of my own personal experience, and also I saw some videos on it too. Don't have to take that advice, but I recommend that. Also, what I started using is this. It's pretty dirty, so sorry. It's Garnier 5-in-1 BB Cream. Yeah, 5-in-1. It's the Miracle Skin Perfector. I love this. I've been using this for like 2 years now, I think. I bought this when I like started having acne or whatever, and I don't think I'll ever switch BB creams. It's not natural. I don't really care though, because this is great. It's super lightweight. It has really great coverage, and it's also really moisturizing. So I really recommend this, or go look into a different BB cream brand, whatever floats your boat. But I do recommend getting a BB cream. Aside from the makeup, what's also important is how you take off your makeup. I actually switched makeup wipes as well. I was using like the Neutrogena, the blue ones or whatever, and I found that those would irritate my skin if I tried like the different colored ones, or if I stuck to the blue ones, my skin would just feel super greasy. I don't know, like they have oil in them or like what exactly is up with those wipes, but I just did not like them. So what I ended up doing was switching to this brand right here. I came across this totally by mistake one day. So it's by No7. That's what they look like. I get these at Shoppers Drug Mart, so they're for all skin types. I don't know if these are natural or not, or like what the situation is, but these have witch hazel in them also. So I'm usually pretty good with my skincare now. Like I usually never go to bed without washing it off, but if for whatever reason one night I'm feeling lazy, I can actually take my makeup off with a wipe and wake up in the morning and my skin will still feel clean and I won't break out. And while we're on the topic of makeup as well, I'm also going to talk about cleaning your brushes. This is extremely important, especially if you use a beauty blender, because a beauty blender is a trap for bacteria. This might be extra, I don't really care. I do it every single time I do my makeup. I take my beauty blender and I wash it with hot water and antibacterial soap, and I've had the same beauty blender. This is so gross, but I've had it for like 2 years now. I haven't bought one in a really long time. On top of that, I also got this from Sephora. This is a brush cleaner. Basically every single time I do my makeup, once again, I take my brushes and I'll have like a little piece of paper towel and I just quickly spray my brushes a couple times, wipe it off, and then do my makeup. So this will take off all the bacteria, all the extra stuff on there. Next thing, which I used for scarring, I guess, also by No7.
It's this thing right here. It's
the No7 Total Renewal Microdermabrasion Exfoliator. So I got this last May. I've been using this since then. It says on the bottle, oh, okay, it comes in a box, so it doesn't say the instructions, but I remember on the box it said to use it 1 to 2 times a week. So I would use it every 3 to 7 days, and then now I use it once a week or every 2 weeks. And once again, I like this. It's hypoallergenic. I don't have a problem. Once I have sensitive skin, so I was really afraid of trying this, but it actually doesn't bug me at all, and it leaves your skin feeling really, really nice. I used it like I think last night or the night before, and your makeup just goes on so flawlessly after because like your skin is so smooth. The last thing that I'm going to mention, which is super important, it's not just about the skincare system you use, but actually using the skincare system. Don't skip out on it. Do not use it one day and then the next day use something else. Take your skincare system, use it daily, use it. It's your religion, it's your ritual, it's your routine. Stick to it because it's extremely important. If you change your diet, if you start making lifestyle changes and doing things that are going to help your body get healthier on the inside and outside, it's also extremely important now to do the skincare. So this is going to help you keep it good on the surface, help with scarring, help with redness, all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to make this clear, just using a skincare system will not clear up your acne. That's why I left this part for last and I talked about the lifestyle and diet changes first, because if you don't clean up what's on the inside first, you're not going to clear up what's on the outside. I started breaking out in April or May, and I didn't really start researching and learning about everything until October, because like I said, I tried so many skincare systems and I tried this cream and I tried all of this stuff, and I just wasn't understanding why I wasn't clearing my skin up. I also forgot to mention I went on vacation for a little while, and during that time I wasn't wearing makeup and I was drinking a lot of water. A lot of people are going to tell you don't wear makeup and drink water, that is going to clear up your skin. Just doing those two things will not clear up your skin. Because I was doing those two things, but I was eating like shit. I wasn't really drinking a whole lot actually. Like I was eating very fatty European foods, a lot of sugar, a lot of gelato, a lot of dairy, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, man, why am I not clearing up my skin? I'm not wearing makeup, I'm drinking water, I'm doing my skincare, why is it not working? Because it wasn't working on the inside. That's pretty much all that I have for this video today. I really don't have like any secrets to tell you guys. There's a couple things that I use that work for me. Just because they work for me doesn't mean that they're going to necessarily work for you. That is a disclaimer right there. I'm not telling you to go follow every single step and technique that I did. You're more than welcome to try out the products that I use and see if they work for you, but don't take my advice as if it's like the only thing you can do. Once again, your diet and lifestyle is the most important if you want to clear your skin, not just temporarily, but for good. If you never want to deal with it again, trust me, eat properly, stop eating junk food all the time, stop eating fatty foods. I'm not telling you right now to go crazy and go vegan and go vegetarian, all this, because that's not realistic. But just make small changes in your diet. Start becoming aware of what you're putting into your body. Start researching the things that you're eating. Like really look up where your ingredients and your products and your meats and all these kinds of things are even originating and coming from, and how they were grown. Because even just doing something simple like switching to organic, that can make a difference as well. This is my video. This is what I did. This is what I used. This is what I found worked best for me. Once again, you're welcome to use the things that I said. If you don't want to, that's totally cool. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video today. I really hope that you learned something or that this helped you in some kind of way. And yeah, if you want to see more videos, please make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can be in the loop for that. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.